Okay, alright. Look like there are many internet corruption today. I'm sorry for that. I will try to yeah. I want to make sure that where we were by the time the problem happened. Can you tell me where the problem happened? So the slide where we were, and then we see the problem. So we have been so far talking about the risk of outsourcing, right? And then, like I said, the more you do outsourcing, the more control you lose, okay? And not just like that, talking about the risk, we may also have some other risks from using the outsourcing, right? So, for example, speaking of the cost, okay, or the price when we do the job using outsourcing. At the moment we say, oops, using outsourcing I can sell the time, I can sell the price, the cost, for example. Yeah, that's correct somehow. But thinking about a long-term business, you need to you may have some risks, okay? For example, at the moment when we do like customer relationship management, we can use social network, right? We can do outsourcing with the social network like Facebook or Google that help us to sell the time at the moment. But in the future, they can change their policies. They can change their price. Yeah, they may have some revised plan for the price, and then they may asking more. We don't know, right? And then we need to pay more. So in case you want to wrestle with the problem of the price in the future, we have to sign a contract with them. And then in another way, we pay more because signing a contract that means you need to pay from more amount of money per the requirement from the contract. So not this or that, not today or the other day. We always face with the problem of the price in the future. Okay, so outsourcing can help us with today low price, less time, but maybe more time in the future or high price in the future that we don't know. Okay, so that means whenever we can do everything, we do it. Okay, in case we are unable to do the problem, we then think about outsourcing. Okay, don't think outsourcing is the only way to do your business. And yeah, I have experience with many such problem, right? Like using Google service to do my app, to build a channel to reach out for customer, to deliver my message or notification to their smartphone or the browser on the desktop. I am using the service from Google, right? Service from Google. It has been working very well, but it recently changed the plan. Okay, asking more money, so I have to pay, or I need to reduce the usage of the service. Either way, making the cost of the running the business higher, right? So some risks we may have when doing outsourcing. Okay. So speaking of the risk of using outsourcing, but we also need to care about the future, where somehow sometimes we change the way we do the business, also the way we run the information system in the business. So in the future, we know that everything will go to the cloud, right? So as a regular or common business, we sure to move to the cloud. So that means at first we have no hardware in the company, right? In the in-house. So we may have the software, we own the software, or we may also hire the software from third party, and then we have the data. But we need to keep the business process, okay, and then the people. We cannot have hire all of them from the third party, and then we have nothing. Yeah. And then in the future, with the help of the new emerging technology, we can change the way we do the business. Like we can reduce the number of the human resources in the business process, replaced by the information system and the devices. For example, Internet of Things, right? And then also we talk a little bit about the replacement, human being replacement. Okay, and we have to accept it somehow, and we understand that it's hard. So as a business student, you need to think ahead to prepare for the chance in the future. Many chances in the future will hurt instead of help us. It's hard. So that's about the information system in the future. Okay. And by the way, remember we're talking about the analyst, right, for business, analyst for information systems. Those are very intriguing position in the company. That's you guys as a business manager or businessman can take. Okay. And so here we have some example, some use case, the career. Yeah. So far we have been talking about the management of the information system, the ways we run it in the organization, and also about outsourcing of the information system. Okay, you have some idea about what outsourcing is, and how to do outsourcing with the information system development. And is there any problem with doing that using outsourcing? And you know that outsourcing is help at the moment but may hurt in the future. Outsourcing can help with your current job but may hurt with your job in the future, and so on. Okay, so that's about the information system management. Okay. That's end of the presentation here, and we do some example case study of the chapter 11 here. You may have take time to have a look at this. And then you can see in the future, in the next 3 years, we do see a lot of replacement of the human being labor. And yeah, so we know that in advance we need to get ready for that. And also many people talking about the AI and the way it replaces people in the future. I think it will replace sometime, but not at least in the next 10 years, right? So the way the computer can replace people usually for the regular job, regular position, right? They do some routine job, and then the computer can do better. But for some job that require more conditions, right? Talent, and there's no way for computer to take, right? Because for talent position, computer needs AI, right? But in order to have AI doing the job like human beings these days, we need 10 more years, or at least 15 years, I think. Okay, so that's not really hard for us to do the job in the next 10 years. Okay, so now we do have two questions for the second session of the chapter 11. Okay. Alright, so we are ready for that. So let me load the question. Chapter 11. Ready now? And now we have the second question. Okay, and then one more question for the chapter. So this simply like the old questions, you will be able to answer easily. So remember after the class, we update the result of your work on the quiz, and make sure you check on the website. Let me check where I put it. You can simply go there, checking the results and material as data I share with the class. So here, okay. So in the chat box, I left the hyperlink, and then remember to use it if you want to check the results of your work regarding the quiz results, and also some materials. Oh, I posted a lot about the slides. Okay, yeah. So make sure you can come and just come there when you want to check. And remember, like I said, you may use many email addresses to access the system. So you need to update the personal information, and then in case you check in the result and you see somehow it doesn't work, or it's describe your correctly, and then you need to email me to let me know. Okay. So this is the end of the chapter 11. So far we cover 12 chapters. That's a lot, right? Regarding the information systems management. Okay, so this class will help you with some knowledge about the information systems and the use in business. Okay, so based on that, you know what it is, what are they, and then how they can help with this business activity. And then in order to use them more effectively, we need to manage them. The way we manage them can be different from one to one, right? One person to another person, and also including the way we develop the system to meet the business need. And then when develop this, we then face with the sales of outsourcing, right? Outsourcing maybe a key thing when we're thinking of using the information system in the business. Then we have learned about the benefits and also the risk we may have, okay? The loss we may have when doing outsourcing. And besides, we also learn something about the information security, not only with the information system, but also with the use of the computer for your work. So whenever you do anything using the computer, you should be aware of the information systems, information security, and you know how to make things more secure, right? So for example, you should know that using the password email account somehow can help you secure your message, but remember the email we send on some free email service out there. It's not really private. Okay, it's somehow public because, for example, we are using a Google email server, and then I'm sure that Google out there and try to get something from email, right? Because I got to know that like in 2014. Okay, some of my friends working there telling me about that. Okay, so whenever we send something using a Google email, we should be aware of that. The message will be read, right, by someone else. So how to deal with that? So whenever you have something important, you can put in the file, right? Doing some encryption and compressions, and then sending the stuff. Okay, so the receiver should know your password in order to decrypt it. Okay, decompress it, and then that way we can 100% sure because Google no way to read it. So regarding the information security, we should learn about the way people usually, the hacker usually use to attack it. Okay, to steal the information from us, so you know how to protect yourself against them. So this is hard. I know this is really hard for you guys because in chat course like this, we learn a lot of things. Some things super strange, some things super hard to understand. But for that reason, I do not require much. Okay, so some very basic knowledge about the class are required. So when you see the quiz, you see it's just simply like the thing we just learned, right? But we not go deep inside to analyze them because it needs more time, and hopefully you have some initial information or set simply like the setup in your knowledge regarding this like somehow like new cutting edge technology and the uses. And then in the future, when you do your job, sometimes it will remind you of everything we learned today, and then you will have time to discover more or practice more. Okay, so now for this, we let's see. Remember next meeting we will start with the final project presentation. So I need like three groups to be ready for the next time. Sure. You may have question now. So I will start the website, and we back to the Microsoft meetings where we can discuss more about the project. Okay. Okay. So now let's go there. I'm setting it now. All right. We have question. Discussion around here.